Everyone often wants to know how they can make law school affordable and how they can get scholarship money to go to law school. In this video, I'll be explaining 3 different places that you can go to look for outside scholarships. Hey everyone! In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about outside scholarships for law school and how you can afford to go to law school without taking out tons of debt. For those of you who are new, my name is Sydney Montgomery, and I'm the owner and founder of Montgomery Admissions Consulting, where I provide personalized college counseling and law school admissions consulting. Growing up in a military and Jamaican home, education was so important to my family. As the first lawyer in my family, and also a graduate of Princeton and Harvard Law School, I am passionate about helping my students break down generational barriers, believe in themselves, step confidently into their dreams, and create communities for life. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about 3 different places that you can go to find outside scholarships for law school. Scholarships are a big deal when it comes to law school admissions. So often, we only look at scholarships that the school itself is providing. Most times, merit-based scholarships are based on your LSAT or your GPA. This is great if you're a great test taker or if you did really well in undergrad. But what if you aren't so great at tests? What if you didn't have such a stellar undergraduate record, or it took you a little bit to find yourself? Does that mean that you can't win any scholarship money and you're stuck just taking out loans for law school? I don't think so. There are 3 really great resources to find law school scholarships. Now, these aren't the only 3 resources, but I definitely recommend starting here so that you can minimize the debt that you have to take on in order to go to law school. So the first place I want you to be looking at is this website called College Express. Now, you might be saying, Sydney, I'm not applying to college. I already did that. But College Express actually has some really fantastic scholarships for graduate students. The really great thing about College Express is that you'll get a weekly email with scholarships that you might qualify for. They update their database every night to make sure that there are no out of date or expired scholarships so that you only have access to accurate and fresh information. Let me show you a little bit. So here you can see I'm viewing College Express's page. Now, all I did was put in that I was looking for postgraduate other scholarships, as well as I put in the keyword law. And there are so many great options. You can see that a number of these scholarships are offered directly by law firms or law groups. Some of these are targeting specific demographics or racial groups. And some of these are for students who are in college currently and looking to go to law school, or for students who are a little bit older and who have taken some time off. What I love is that there are even scholarships that are for military veterans. There's a few here that are for military veterans or those who have served. There's a few here that are writing competitions. There's a few I know that are geared towards women and geared towards other groups. And you can see that they're all very law school focused. Some of them are about what kind of law you want to go into, whether you want to go into criminal law or intellectual property law. Some are based on what you've overcome in your life or the different background and experiences that you've had. Some are based on academic merit or LSAT scores. And some are about your passion and your drive to go to law school. I really love this one that's for the single parent, because we all know that single parents are superheroes in so many ways, and I'm so glad that there are scholarships that are highlighting that. There are other search engines out there as well, but I know that College Express has such a great database of scholarships for going to law school. We can't negate these private outside scholarships, because what happens when we do that is we look to the schools that we're applying to as our only source of funding, and that gives them too much power, and so much power over the decision of which school to go to. By getting outside scholarships, you can take some of that power back, and you can be in control of where you go to law school because you have scholarship money coming from outside sources. Another great place to look for scholarships is the American Bar Association. The American Bar Association has 2 different pages I want to highlight for you. The first is the Legal Opportunity Scholarship Fund. The Legal Opportunity Scholarship Fund is an annual scholarship awarded to first-year law school students. The mission of the fund is to promote racial equity and diversity in law school setting. The scholarship grants 10 to 20 diverse law school students up to $15,000 in scholarship money. So it's serious money that we're talking about. The second page that I want to point you to is the National Pipeline Diversity Initiatives Directory. This is a directory of all kinds of pipeline programs from law firms to nonprofits or other organizations that are geared towards helping minority and first generation and other underrepresented groups enter the legal field. Oftentimes, these pipeline programs might include a job after your first year of law school over the summer. They might even include LSAT prep courses to get you into law school, and maybe even some money to pay for books. So these pipeline programs are fantastic ways to build your network, get some job working experience, and also to minimize the debt that you're taking out for law school. The third page I want to highlight for you is the Law School Admissions Council website themselves. And I know many of you are like, really? LSAC has scholarships? But they do. LSAC has a list of scholarships from private companies like Sudden Sage, which is an LSAT test prep company, to their own in-house diversity, equity, and inclusion writing competition, as well as a list of diverse scholarships for diverse applicants, which is fantastic, including the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund and the National Asian Pacific Association Bar Association scholarships. If you go to my website, you will actually see that I have information here on scholarships, including links to blogs I've written on loan repayment assistance programs and links to other infographics and pages by the LSAC on paying for and affording your law school education. There are just some scholarships that are compiled here, but I'm always trying to update new ones every day. There are so many resources available to you to help you pay for and fund your legal education. I don't want anyone to think that they have to go into massive amounts of debt in order to go to law school. There are ways to get your law school education paid for, and I'd so love to help you figure out and navigate this scholarship landscape. If you are the first in your family to go to law school, whether you're applying or already in law school, I encourage you to join my Barrier Breakers Law School Edition Facebook page. I have free Q&A calls twice a month, as well as other social events and support network of other students that are looking to go to law school and looking to be supported on their journey. We have over 200 people in this Facebook group. It's completely free, and I talk a little bit more about affordability and paying for law school, choosing which schools to go to, loans, and all that good stuff in that group to make sure that, especially if you are the first person in your family to go to school, you have what you need and you have all the information that you need to make a wise decision. If you liked this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. That way you can stay up to date on all my new videos. If you hit the alert button, you'll always know when I drop a new video. If you're not already, follow me on Instagram at Montgomery Consulting, and I'll see you right back here very soon. I can't wait to meet you.